Claim of genocide against Nigerian Christians. Nationwide strike. Federal government begins final phase of negotiations with ASU. Plus, World Bank dismisses Nigeria's single-digit inflation target. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. This is River State Television, and you can watch River State Television News live on Facebook at CH22 Online and on YouTube at Rstv Online. Welcome to the news. My name is Obobele Parker. Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, River State Chapter, has praised the paramount ruler of Woji community, His Highness Emeka Ihinwo, over his humanitarian gestures and contributions to societal development. Chairperson of the association, Comrade Susan Serekana-Winkana, said the honor was to strengthen the partnership and to encourage him in his good deeds to the society. Godspa Anele has more.
Comrade Serekana-Winkana, who spoke on behalf of the association, said the visit to Eze Woji and his Council of Chiefs was to strengthen the partnership and to acknowledge the Council's humanitarian gesture to society, individuals and organizations. She lauded Eze Emeka Ihinwo for his enormous contributions to the actualization of the association's policies and programs in the state, adding that his palace has assisted good number of indigent female students through scholarships and widows empowerment, while urging him to sustain the good deeds. Comrade Serekana-Winkana also solicited support of Eze Woji on the forthcoming 3 days national summit of the association holding this month in the state, comprising the 36 states of the Federation and Federal Capital Territory Abuja, which coincides with the International Day of the Gay Child.
Now watch in Rivers State have been taking a close look of your activities, and we are so pleased and impressed, and we felt there was need to identify with you and to thank you as well, commend you for the good works you were doing to impact humanity. We have a pressing need. Now watch Rivers State have been given the charge by our national leadership to organize a 3-day national summit. It's a summit that is going to bring about women from all walks of life and everything we are going to discuss here in Rivers State.
Paramount ruler of Woji community, His Royal Highness Eze Emeka Ihinwo, has reassured members of Nawoj of his palace support to achieve their set objectives. Eze Ihinwo admonished the women journalists to always balance their reports and should also use the 3-day national summit to deliberate on vital issues that will provide solutions for nation building and hope for the needy in society.
At this time of our country, being able to bring people together, reason together, is a good one. Like part of what you are going to do, include empowerment. We continue to identify with journalists. Without them, the system is not complete. Promise you that we will continue to partner with you.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
In another report, a young adult, Anaboso Leonard, is battling a severe health condition identified as basal cell carcinoma, a type of skin cancer that has subjected him to excruciating pain. Once full of life and energy, Leonard now seeks public support to overcome this daunting health challenge. Godspa Anele reports that Leonard was known as a hard-working young man and a disc jockey who provided for his family, just as his friends described him as a cheerful, humorous, and philanthropic individual whose positive spirit touched many lives.
I've spent all I have on this. It was too big before. I've gone through chemo for over 8 courses before it came down like this. And throughout the chemo, it was no 1 naira. I spent a lot. I have spent everything I have, just begging for your mercy.
That was the cry for help from the 38-year-old Anaboso Leonard, who hails from Etiti village in Ibuku community in Agwata local government area of Anambra State, but residing since birth in Oyibo local government area of Rivers State with his family members. Narrating his ordeals in excruciating pains, Mr. Leonard said the tumor began in 2023 like pimple and later developed to full tumor and quickly went to government hospitals for medical attention. According to him, he had visited the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, University Teaching Hospital Benin, Uyo Teaching Hospital, Nnewi Teaching Hospital, National Hospital Abuja, and the University Teaching Hospital Enugu, where the recommendation for surgery was made at the cost of 3.5 million naira. Mr. Leonard reviewed that the medications assisted to reduce the size of the tumor, but the several medical tests had made him to sell his valuables, yet the family is thrown into abject poverty and surviving at the mercy of God.
It's been called basic cell carcinoma. I want to undergo surgery, so I want to beg my fellow Nigerians and good people of Rivers State to assist me. The bill is 3.5 million naira at UNTH Enugu. It has not been easy for me. I've done too many that I can. I have kids. I have family. I wouldn't want to leave them and go. Please help me. Don't let me die. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big.
Mr. Leonard's wife, Mercy, and a family friend, Samuel Chukwe, also shared their plea.
My children have not been going to school anymore because of my husband's condition. There is no food that I've been sick through when my husband is sick. So I want Nigerians to help him by providing the money for the surgery.
Because of these ailments, he has gone through chemotherapy. He has spent all he has. He was a young man who was doing well, had a car. Today as we speak, everything is gone. The family cannot feed. The wife is begging. The children are begging to feed.
For your kind donation, please use Access Bank with the account number 1525581085. Account name Anaboso Leonard, or call the phone number 0806 594 5942 as God rewards a cheerful giver.
Accept our sincere apologies for the gory pictures you saw on that film report, but public-spirited individuals are highly solicited to help. Now, going on with other reports, the Nigerian House of Representatives has rejected a claim by the United States Senate describing the country's security challenges as genocide against Christians or state-sponsored persecution. The lawmakers on Wednesday also took steps to stop the U.S. proposed law to require her Secretary of State to designate Nigeria a country of particular concern, also called CPC, and to impose sanctions on Nigerian officials under Executive Order 13818 and related authorities. The United States Senate had introduced the bill titled the Nigeria Religious Freedom Accountability Act of 2025 S2747 on 9 September 2025. Consequently, the Nigerian House of Representatives mandated its relevant committees to, within 21 days, coordinate the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Nigerian Embassy in Washington, D.C. to lodge a formal diplomatic démarche to the sponsors of the bill and relevant U.S. committees, transmitting empirical data and Nigeria's official position. This was sequel to the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance sponsored by Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kallo and other lawmakers at plenary. The federal government said it has commenced the final phase of negotiations with the Academic Staff Union of Universities, also called ASU, and other tertiary education unions. Minister of Education Dr. Tunji Alausa disclosed this in Abuja on Wednesday during a meeting of the Technical Working Group on Conditions of Service of ASU. Alausa expressed optimism that outstanding issues would soon be resolved to prevent further industrial action. He said the group is finalizing a counteroffer to be presented to the unions through the Allied General United Federal Government Tertiary Institutions Negotiations Committee. In a related development, the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, have announced a one-day protest scheduled for Thursday, citing the federal government's continued failure to address their long-standing demands. Operating under the Joint Action Committee, JAC, both unions have instructed their branches to hold emergency meetings to prepare and mobilize members for the protest. The union said the decision comes after a thorough assessment of the government's inaction during a JAC meeting held on 6 October, following the expiration of several ultimatums previously issued. Key points of contention include the alleged unfair allocation of the 50 billion naira in earned allowances, delays in renegotiating the 2009 federal government's NASU-SANU agreements, and the non-payment of 2 months' outstanding salaries. Talking financial matters, the World Bank has said that the federal government's ambition to achieve single-digit inflation in the short term is unrealistic, warning that Nigeria remains among a handful of African countries still grappling with high consumer price inflation. In its latest Africa's Pulse report, the bank projected that Nigeria, alongside Angola, Ethiopia, Ghana, Malawi, Sudan, Zambia, Sao Tome and Principe, and Zimbabwe, will continue to record double-digit inflation rates through 2025. The report revealed that while 37 of Africa's 47 economies are projected to maintain single-digit inflation by 2026, Nigeria remains an outlier due to persistent structural challenges, including currency depreciation, high food and energy prices, and supply bottlenecks that continue to fuel price instability. The report urged African governments to prioritize policies that reduce the cost of doing business, build human capital, and strengthen institutions to attract private investment. This is news coming from Rstv Television. Do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights, because it is a task you and I must accomplish. Coming up on the news, powerful 6.6 magnitude earthquake strikes near Lae city of Papua New Guinea. We'll bring you this and other details on the flip side when we return after this break. Stay with us.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happens, with good laws,
proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
If it happens.
If it happens.
If it happens.
Breaking news. The home is under attack by stains, disease-causing germs, and so much more. An all-out war. But not for long, cause Hypo is here.
Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Protect every day with Hypo.
Dirty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go hypo. Protect your home every day with Hypo. Cleaning every surface, sanitize the home. Shine every corner, enter every corner. Your sitting room, kitchen, even the toilets. For cleaning, Hypo now. No lose guard, protect your home with Hypo now.
And just like that, the day is saved.
Mommy, Daddy, we have so much fun.
Germs always find a way back.
No greed. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo go Hypo.
When I was pregnant, I hoped you would have your dad's smile. After 6 months, I worried about the right foods to give you. Now you've grown so much, and doctor says anemia can affect your growth and slow your learning.
Mom is right. 7 out of 10 kids in Nigeria suffer from iron deficiency, which can cause anemia. 1 meal of Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus provides 50% of your child's daily iron needs to support proper growth and learning.
That's reassuring. Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Natural sun-ripened yellow corn. Individually whole-flaked to preserve its natural goodness. That's what makes Nasco cornflakes truly whole-flaked. Enjoy the tasty, crunchy, and nutritious Nasco cornflakes.
Power God is here. Dr. Jesus in action, God is here.
The Omega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night of divine visitation and encounter. It is a night of divine intervention. It is a night of supernatural turnaround. It is a night where mercy will speak and judgment cancelled. It is a night to witness the instant demonstration of God's power and authority. Date Friday, 3rd October 2025. Time 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue OPM Headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo Alo, Rivers State, Nigeria. Come with your coconut and receive the grace to travail in prayer to prevail over your enemies.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Thanks for joining me again for more news. The federal government has announced a decline in food prices and an improvement in crop production across the country, as stated in the 2025 Agricultural Performance Survey report. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, in a press release on Wednesday, stated that the report confirms steady growth in the production of major staples such as rice, maize, sorghum, millet, cowpea, yam, and cassava, all of which show increases over 2024 levels. He attributed the progress and significant drop in food prices across all zones to improved supply conditions and the cumulative effect of government interventions in input support, extension service delivery, and mechanization. The minister described the developments as a new standard of excellence and transparency in national agricultural performance reporting. Now, foreign reports. Cameroon's 92-year-old president, Paul Biya, has appeared at his first campaign rally for the upcoming election, in which the world's oldest head of state is seeking his 8th term. Ruth Friday tells us more.
Unemployment and improve road infrastructure and social amenities if he is re-elected in Sunday's votes. The outing was Biya's first in a campaign from which he has been noticeably absent, and he only recently returned from a week-long stay in Switzerland. No official reason for his stay abroad has been given, but Biya has regularly traveled to Europe for private stays and medical treatment in recent years. He is rarely seen in public, and critics say his capacity to govern has been severely limited by his age. Top US envoys and prominent regional figures have joined the third day of indirect talk between Israel and Hamas in Egypt on President Donald Trump's plan to end the war in Gaza. Steve Witkoff and Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, are in Sharm el-Sheikh, along with Qatar's Prime Minister and Turkey's intelligence chief, for what is expected to be a key day, indicating whether progress can be made. Israeli media cited officials as saying there was cautious optimism. Qatar's Prime Minister, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani, and the head of Turkish intelligence, Ibrahim Kalin, also joined them. Friday Ruth, Rstv Foreign News.
Still Still talking foreign reports, the United States Geological Survey has announced that a strong earthquake measuring 6.6 magnitude struck near Lae, Papua New Guinea's second largest city. The quake epicenter was located about 26 kilometers from Lae in Morobe province at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers, but no tsunami warning was issued by the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. City police official Mildred Ongige said by phone that a very huge earthquake was felt across the area. Lae, home to over 76,000 residents, is a key industrial and port city in Papua New Guinea. The country lies on the Pacific's Ring of Fire, an area notorious for its frequent and often severe seismic activities. Now entertainment. Actress Annie Macaulay Idibia has sparked online buzz after she shared a series of mysterious posts on her Instagram page. Fortune Aneto takes it from here.
Annie Idibia messages touched on peace, loyalty, and the importance of protecting one's energy. Star who is married to a music icon, Subaba, posted the cryptic messages on her Instagram stories. Posts have stirred speculation, but Annie has not given any direct explanation or named anyone in particular. Big Brother Top 10 finalist Koinsola Sanusi, particularly known as Koin, has made it clear that he has no plan to continue a romantic relationship with the fellow housemate Isabella. While the two shared a close bond and romantic moments during their time in the Big Brother house, Koin's statement has put an end to the fans' hope of a possible relationship. Before Koin's comment, Isabella has shown interest in taking things further with him after the show. Isabella explained that after the show, she learned from other housemates that Komi did not take her feelings seriously, which left her disappointed.
What exactly drew the both of you together?
For the future, no, there's no future.
Okay, but what drew you guys together in the house?
Just fun.
Annette of Fortune, Rstv Entertainment News.
And in sports, John Michelobi has insisted that the Super Eagles can still secure a place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Godfrey Barango has a report from the sports desk.
The Super Eagles will be up against the Crocodiles of Lesotho in a matchday 9 encounter at New Peter Mokaba Stadium, Polokwane on Friday. Eric Chow's side will round up their qualifying campaign with an home game against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic next week Tuesday. African champions Nigeria, the Tigers, will face Colombia, Philippines, Germany, Korea, France in a 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup qualifying tournament. This was confirmed after the qualifying tournament's draw was held on Tuesday, October 7th at the Patrick Boerman House of Basketball in Mainz, Switzerland. France coach Didier Deschamps believes Crystal Palace forward Jean-Philippe Mateta has a good habit of scoring goals. Mateta received his first international call-up for France for their upcoming clashes with Azerbaijan and Iceland following his fine start to the season at Crystal Palace. In a chat with newsmen, Deschamps urged Mateta to prove himself for a spot in France's starting lineup during their 2 World Cup qualifying fixtures this month. Godfrey Barango, Rstv Sport News.
It is time for us to take our leave, but before we do that, do remember that if you love and care about River State and her peace, you must build and take her to greater heights. It is a responsibility you cannot run away from. Watch RSTV News live on YouTube at RSTV Online and on Facebook, RSTV CH22 Online. Now a reminder of some of the major reports we had said today. Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Carlo, and other lawmakers at plenary have rejected a claim by the United States Senate describing the security challenges as genocide against Christians and mandated its relevant committees to, within 21 days, lodge a formal diplomatic démarche to the sponsors of the bill in the United States. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has said that the federal government has commenced the final phase of negotiations with the Academic Staff Union of Universities and other tertiary education unions assuring that outstanding issues would be resolved to prevent further industrial actions. We had also told you that a latest report by the World Bank has described the federal government's ambition to achieve single-digit inflation in the short term as unrealistic, warning that Nigeria remains among some African countries still grappling with high consumer price inflation. That's it from the news desk. Thanks for being a part of it. Have a beautiful evening.